What's going on YouTube? Sakan here. So last week I competed in my first full-contact karate MMA tournament. It was called the Rangsit Thailand Zendokai Open for 2017, and I came in with the bronze. There were 3 people competing in my division on the 62 kilogram and underweight division, and yeah, this was a big deal for me because it's my first ever fighting tournament, which involves striking. I've done competition before where that was no gi and gi Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. There's no striking involved, so it's not as nerve-wracking. So coming into this, I was so nervous and so tense and worried. And luckily, I had a great team to help back me up and help support me and tell me that I could do it. Number one was my coach Tom from Iron Lion Gym. Every day he prepared me with the pad training, with strength and conditioning, kettlebells, giving me advice on nutrition, how to cut the weight, and all those different things. And then my teammate, Dong, was Thai. He's a younger guy who's done all sorts of competition, fighting, Muay Thai, MMA, all these different things. And, he invited me to come. He said, man, you can do it, man. You've got the skill. I believe in you, bro. And, I was so happy to have gotten through, and I was so happy to have done it. Luckily with all the support and care from my team, it was just an amazing experience, and I'm so glad to have done it. And I want to do it again. But going into it, I was so frightened and terrified. Number one, because as a martial artist, I don't want to embarrass myself. I don't want to look like a fool out there. I don't want to get my butt kicked. The biggest fear is not being able to live up to the expectations of all, what people see, from the videos and from all the training, but for me, it's just inside of me. It's like this is something I have to do, something I have to prove to myself that I can do it, and that, it's just something that, it's just like a spiritual battle almost, like just to challenge myself and improve the training. The excuse I had always given of not competing and not getting into fighting competition is brain trauma. I'm a huge proponent of protecting yourself against brain trauma. I'm always telling people in sparring, keep it light, keep it relaxed and playful. It's a dangerous thing, and I always tell myself, I've got a wife, I've got family, I've got a career. Why would I jeopardize all these things with fighting, with possibility of getting brain damage and it turning into CTE or something like that? But then again, it was just an excuse. And luckily I got over it, and I got over my fears. But some background about this competition is Zendokai Karate rules. It's sort of like Kudo, in that you wear the closed-faced bubble mask. It's a plastic mask which you can breathe through. It gets really hot, but you wear gi, and you wear MMA gloves, and there's also shin pads. And full contact fighting, you can strike anywhere. However, they changed the rules on us, and they said no elbows. There's grappling, there's groundwork and submissions. However, you only get a limited time, maybe 15 to 20 seconds before they call break. My wife had read the rules, which are all in Thai, beforehand, and it said striking on the ground is legal, and there's just no elbow spikes. But at the very last moment, they changed the rules, and unbeknownst to me, there was actually no striking on the ground. They had just told me no elbows. They didn't say no striking on the ground. The last tournament, they had striking on the ground. For some reason, they didn't have it. Anyway, going into it, it was nerve-wracking too, because I was injured. I kicked my coach in the elbow while we were pad training on accident, and it was the week before. Literally the next day, I couldn't walk. I was limping. I developed a hematoma on my shin. It's like the blood flow wasn't going. And, you just like flick my shin, flick my leg. You just tap my leg, and I would scream out in pain. I was like, oh my God. So during the competition, it healed up a little bit, but still, you just tap it. I thought I would get TKO'd if someone, kicked me, or if I kicked someone. So I was so worried. I spent so much mental energy just worrying about that, not about how would I look, how would I do, with the game plan in mind. I just said, please don't kick me in the leg, and just please don't kick, just don't kick Sakan, just don't kick him. with your left leg, whatever you do. But nothing came of it. Luckily, I didn't know, but they provided us shin pads, and I got to wear shin pads, and I was okay. But then again, the other part was, we got to the gymnasium at 8 o'clock. We weighed in. I had no problem weighing in. That was fine. But the hardest part was waiting. They had the roster up, and I was matched up with this Japanese guy named Hiroki Watanabe, and it said match number 75. So there was like 70 matches before mine. So we had to wait hours. We literally just slept in the gymnasium, and that waiting is the hardest part because you develop so much anxiety. But luckily, I had my breathing techniques, and I kept myself calm and try to remember, have fun in there. That's what Coach Tom will always tell me. Have fun in there. Don't worry too much about a game plan. It's just let yourself flow. And that's where I went wrong. I didn't really have a strong game plan in mind. But Dong, my partner, he's just said, move in and out. You got 3 minutes. You can have a lot of energy. It's a 3-minute round. Just go for it. In and out footwork. Strike, come back, come in, come out. I was like, okay, I'll try that. Right before the match, the nerves were running high. I thought I was going to puke, even though I tried my, Iceman breathing technique. It's just, could feel, the fear, and the adrenaline rushing. And Dong could tell that I was nervous, and he looked at me and he said, "It's just another day of training, bro. Just another day of training." And immediately when he said that, I calmed down. And he said, "Breathe," and I felt pretty good. But yeah, looking across from my opponent, you bow and it's on the stage. It was just a feeling like no other. It's like we're just about to go at it. We're about to hit each other as hard as we can. But you'll see. I'll try to narrate the best I can and give you an idea of what was going through my head and what it was like to face an opponent like Hiroki. And I hope you enjoy. Alright, so here we go. Sakan Lam in the black trunks versus Hiroki Watanabe in the all-white gi. We bow in, we get ready, touch gloves. I start off with the lead hand jab, hit him with the body kick, moving back with the hook, landing knees, 6 knees all together. I thought I was going to TKO him, but man, he's tough. He didn't even make a sound. Now, he's clinching me up. He's got a very strong clinch game. He's got stronger judo than me. He's shorter than me and stockier. He can get his head right underneath my helmet. He knows what he's doing. He had a game plan in mind. Try to land a few more knees to his helmet, to his body, but he knows what he's doing. He's a tough, really tough competitor. Moving me around, I feel like he might gas himself out, and I was trying to be aware of not to gas out myself. Moving a lot of weight, pushing each other around. He almost gets a takedown right here, but luckily I keep my balance. I'm grabbing onto his gi frantically, looking for a takedown, but luckily they break us. So I'm feeling pretty good, but he's got the same game plan in mind. Hit him with a 2 and a 1 and a hook and a straight. He lands a body kick on me, and it was pretty solid. From here, now I clinch him up, land a knee to his body, and then go for the outside leg trip. Boom. Land in half guard. So from here, trying to get some work in, working my way up, trying to get to full mount. However, we only get a really short period, and they break us. So if you take a look, his gi is all messed up. He doesn't want to fix it. He doesn't even care. He just wants to fight, get back in the fight, and score some points. I thought I could win the exchange here, but he lands a few more than I do. I decided to clinch him up, insert my helmet in the pocket, try to land a punch in dirty boxing range. Just holding now. Can't really get a strong position. He's got underhooks, 50-50 position. So it really feels like stalemate here, and they break us. So I've been noticing that he hasn't been doing a very good job in defending, so I really wanted to cause some damage and decided to go for the head kick. So here we go. Bam! Unfortunately, I lost my balance due to my injury, and at the same time he kicked. We scramble, he lands on top, and I go for Z-guard, and here comes the biggest mistake of the match. Hammer fist, boom, boom, and foul. So our referee in charge signals to the judges to have a point deducted away from me. At this point, I decided to argue it after showing my respect and apologizing because, according to the original rules, striking on the ground is allowed. I don't speak Thai very well, so maybe they might have said something, but I was unaware. Luckily, they changed the deduction to a warning. Back to the fight. I go with a body kick, hit him with a jab, and he just rushes in, lands quite a few shots on me, and then hits the takedowns. Again, his judo is strong. Trying to hold guard, trying to work my way up. I want to pass. However, I get a little bit too careless, and he jumps, passes my guard into side control, which scores him a lot of points. Try to recover in half guard. He tries to inch his way up. However, not enough time once again, and the referee decides to break it. About 30 seconds left. Trying to bring out as much as I can. Same game plan in mind, both of us. I hit him with the jab. We enter the clinch. I want to strike. Hit him with a few knees. Not as successful as I was in the beginning. And he times a good knee and then goes for a takedown. I try to go for outside leg trip, which was a mistake. It didn't work. Lands the takedown. He's not going to pass my guard this time, so I lock on the guard, and time is up. From here, I was feeling pretty confident that I hit him many times, and based on striking, I felt like I won the match. However, when I saw the decision, it went to Hiroki. I was a bit disappointed, but I felt like I got taken down a bunch of times. But he didn't really do anything much with it. But it was tough. And at the very end, he said, "Nice job, man." And, it was cool. We were respectful. So there you have it. That was my first full contact striking match. Of course, I lost, which was unfortunate, but I felt pretty good about my performance. I was happy with the way I moved, the way I struck. The biggest problem is that I didn't have a proper game plan in mind. Hiroki's had experience before. He's been in the previous Zendokai tournament. And I think on the roster, he checked me out. He looked at the name, Wachirapon Lam, Sakan Lam, and he saw I was from Iron Lion Muay Thai Gym, so immediately bells and whistles popped up in his head, and they could formulate a game plan. It's like, don't strike, just clinch, just go for the takedown, score points that way. So, I saw his name, Zendokai Philippines, and obviously, they train specifically for events like these. I don't train specifically for events like these, and that's the biggest thing to take. But you got to train specifically for the tournaments you enter. And I lost. I didn't lose points from the foul that I made, but it definitely changed the momentum of the match. It changes the judges' decisions, and I should have been more aware. That was my fault. But then again, sometimes things happen like that, and you can't always foresee the decision. I just need more stopping power. I just need to hit him harder. And like I said, Hiroki is a tough guy, and he just ate the punches. He just walked straight through and got the clinch, and followed through with his game plan. But that's just experience talking. And for my first match, I was proud of myself, proud of the way I did. My coaches were proud of me. My teammates were proud of me, and I was just happy to have competed, happy to be given the opportunity to display my skills, to show others what I'm capable of, what I'm made of. And after the match, I was approached by one of the trainers of the hosts, Shinji Dojo, and he's a Muay Thai trainer, and he spoke to me in Thai, and he said, very impressive. He's like, "What kind of fighting style are you using? What are you doing? Your movement is different. You're very, very, very good." I told him Jeet Kune Do, Filipino martial arts, Shuto, Silat, Kali, core combat. That's what I do. And I'm just happy to have impressed a professional trainer, professional Muay Thai fighter. And I felt like I made my gym proud. I made my teachers proud. So until the next event, hopefully I'll get into the cage and take a step up in competition. But until next time, you just got to keep up the training, keep it up, and get as much experience as I can. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I love you all. Best wishes.